Hey everyone, it's Stephanie 1111 Witchy Babe, and I'm here today with Virgo's reading for November. So this is going to be all Virgo placements, not just Sun, Moon, and Rising. So check out your chart, see if you have any Virgo, or see what other placements you have since you're already listening to this video, and listen to those other videos as well because there could be messages in there for you. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about your chart, head over to astro.com and get your natal chart because you're much more than just your sun sign. And I have put the link below in case you guys want to just click it and forget what I said in the beginning. So let's go ahead and jump in. The way I'm starting this reading is with a channeled message. And then I will jump over to tarot. And so I'm getting this channel message via this deck right here in case you guys are interested in it and like it because it is pretty. And that is Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. And also my shop is open. I reopened back up a couple days ago. So if you're looking to book, now would be the time because I did do a reopening discount, and all of readings are 15% off. So there's a significant savings, especially if you were looking to do like a relationship prediction or any type of soul connection, twin flame, relationship analysis. The more expensive readings have, about 15 bucks off. So really good deal if you're looking to book there. Head over to the website 1111witchybabe.com to do that. Let's go ahead and jump on in. So this is for Virgo energy for the month of November. What is going to be the message that needs to come through to you guys? This is not necessarily what's happening in November. This is just information that you're needing to know. Sometimes it's coming through for people regarding like past and why things are happening. Sometimes it's why current things are happening. And sometimes it is some future stuff, but I never know until I get the full message come through. So intuition. Expression. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. Okay. So first of all, my first thing is with these two cards is the eyes. That's the first thing that jumped out to me. And also how dark these particular the imagery is. So what I'm getting here, there's a lot of energy. This month is different. There's always a lot of energy. There's always shifts. There's always changes. I feel like around like August or so, a lot of people got a break. I think it was like July and August. I was predicting a lot of things kind of settling down for most people. But things then picked right back up for fall. And once again, as we hit into December, things are going to start to slow down again, as they always do as we get uh, towards the end of the year. It's kind of like a buffer before the year restarts again. Another year starts. So what I'm getting here is that there either is or there recently was kind of dark energy surrounding you guys. And I'm not saying it as in like dark energy, like low energy entities or anything like that, like demons, anything like that. Not saying that at all. Just like a sadness and like it's not even necessarily a sadness. I'm feeling very blank, very like numb, very like there's something bubbling under the surface, yet you don't necessarily have access to the emotions attached to it yet or the information of what it's about. So I feel like there's something under the surface for you guys, and that even comes through here with the imagery of the water, and how she has the veil on and but it's thin. So it's like you feel it, and you see how then we have all these butterflies here. There's something that's going on. I'm just trying to get this message. There's like a breakthrough coming for you guys, and it's coming through your intuition. It's coming via downloads. There's a metamorphosis and a transformation and happening for this collective. You guys are So if you're not happy and you're not sure why, or you're feeling weird and you're not sure why, there's nothing necessarily external happening. There's just this sense of, for some, it's going to come across as dread. For some, it's going to come across as knowing there's something coming up, but you don't know what it is. It all depends on where you're at in your journey and how you receive messages. So what I mean by that is like, for instance, for anybody that's dealing with this, I have some mediumship abilities. I am not a medium. I really kind of avoid it, to be quite honest. It's something I'm working on. But before I knew what was happening, the way my body would alert me to various energies was very distressing. And so there would be a lot of anxiety and dread and that kind of energy that would come through when certain energies would approach themselves to me. But it was just my body's way of letting me know something was there, something was different, to pay attention. But it was so strong. Now, all of that, because I've worked through that part of the mediumship opening up, the messages come through a lot in a more, a subtle way. Something that's not like, oh, okay, I know they're here, but it's not like dread and coldness and blah, blah, blah. Like all this stuff it's just the perception of it at the time. So you're alerted. So if there's anyone in this collective that's going through that and you're having these moments of dread and anxiety and pressure and feeling like there's something right there and I just don't understand what it is, there is something, and it could be mediumship skills. It could be claircognizance. For a lot of you guys, it's going to be the claircognizance. That's going to be the clairs opening up, clairvoyance, clairaudience, that kind of stuff is opening up for you. Or if you're already in that, what it is moving you up to a new level of receiving information, a new way of channeling, a new way of being. And so that is what is just right under the veil. So I'm seeing things just go off in a variety of directions. So you'll have to take that information as it applies. But just know your message is that what you're feeling right now, that feeling of breaking through something, that feeling, or for those that are kind of in the beginning of this, and this might be coming across as dread and angst and that type of energy, that is, you are not going to feel like that forever. And there's something that is coming up that's going to show you. And more than likely, the way I see all this is going to be all on an internal level. It's not going to be external events. So it's going to be internal changes within your perception and ability. So technically external would be the more spiritual things. If you do have mediumship skills opening up, if you do have all of a sudden clairaudience, or you're reading energy or whatever it is. So just be easy on yourself. Take a moment to just right now, my best advice from personal experience and from reading this energy is a day at a time. Just take it a day at a time. But know that you're not going to be feeling the negative feelings forever. Okay, let's jump into your reading now. So what is going to be the general energy? And I want to remind people, because I had a very bad backlash on my Gemini video. These readings are always going to be general readings. They are not personally for you. If it doesn't resonate with your soul, meaning you're not getting goosebumps, you're not already knowing these things are happening in your life, you're not whatever, like if it makes you so angry that you want to attack the person that's saying it, then maybe it is for you. Maybe it's not. But you don't need to feel like that. So just click off if you start to feel any kind of way for any reader, especially me, because listen, I'm going to always tell you guys the truth. I'm never sugarcoating. I don't sugarcoat my cards. I don't sugarcoat messages. I try to put them in the best way possible, to not upset people, because believe me, sometimes the information I get is upsetting and I have to like reword it. But I don't bend things to a light perspective, because I believe in the balance of the light and the darkness, and shadow work is incredibly important, because without it, we're just living in toxic positivity that goes nowhere. And in order to integrate and to evolve and to tap more into our skills, we do need to do shadow work. And so this is kind of what I see for you guys, is some shadow work. So if this makes you distressed or anything, then just click out of it and, check out a different video, check out something that's more of a fun topic. But when it comes to these general energy readings, it's always general. It's not a personal reading. It doesn't mean that's what's going to happen to you. So just only take what resonates. All right, now let's actually get into the tarot. What's the main energy for November? For Virgo energy. Oh, God. I was shuffling in this card. I saw it and I thought, let's hope it doesn't actually come up. And it did. And it's the same as Gemini. So you know what? Mercury energy is just getting hit hard in November. We have the Tower. So Virgo and Gemini are both Mercury energies. And so we're in Mercury retrograde. And so this would make sense that there is these big sudden changes, these life altering events that is happening to our energy. So let's see what this Tower is about. So towers are situations that are shocking. Sometimes towers can be good. Generally, I would put it 8 out of 10 times I see it. It is something that is perceived as negative. It is something that's, a hard thing to deal with. This might have already, what I'm hearing, happened for some of you that are watching this. So you'll be like, oh yeah, no, I know this happened to me. So it's for those of you that have already had an event happen to you before you clicked on this video. You don't need to worry about this being your energy for the rest of the month. Like nothing else is coming that will be like that. However, if you haven't experienced it and this is resonating with you and you think this message is for you, there is a potential tower coming. Let me see if I can get any information on it. I have a feeling, because what I'm tapping into right now are all these lines. I have a feeling that this is going to be totally a variety of topics for you guys, unlike the messages I got for Gemini, which were clear. We have the Magician coming out, and then we have I was thinking like this is a totally different type of tower. The Five of Wands and the the Queen of Swords. So what I'm seeing here is I have a feeling this tower, if it's going to link to something particular, it is with the Magician coming out. That's giving me the 4 elements. That's giving me the sense that it is going all over the place. So it depends on what's going on in your life and kind of where you're at, and what lessons are needing to be learned for your soul, because that's what towers are the lessons that we have to learn. This is something. So I just got a clear message. For some of you, this tower is happening so you can see the power of your manifestation skills. So it could be an event that you either predict. Remember, I was talking about this intuition and this darkness. This could actually be an event that you're already predicting happening. And it's letting you, it's not a manifestation, because I'm not placing blame on you for this event happening. The tower is fated. The tower is going to happen. You can't avoid the tower. But I feel like there's something about it that you get the heads up before it happens, because it's a part of your gifts waking up. Because remember, we talked about all the clairs opening up. We talked about mediumship opening up. You either have a dream, that's what I'm hearing, or you have some claircognizance, clairvoyance, something come up that warns you about it before it happens, and then there is this sense of, wow, what the hell was that? How did I know that was going to happen? And some of you guys, I'm getting like a strong bunch of you guys, actually. If I could put a number on it, it's going to be half and half. Half of you watching this has already happened, and I'm just verifying it for you. This, to me, this tower more than likely involves another person. It could definitely be about a relationship, and more than likely it has to do with somebody's words or actions towards you that completely shock you. And it's something that's confrontational. I've seen towers personally come out for petty things that did shock me, but things that you would necessarily put along with a tower. Yes, they were very, very upsetting, but that's the kind of energy I almost get from this tower. It's not the same strong energy that I got with the Gemini reading, that it was like, this is a big deal for you. This, to me, really just shows you who you really are and reaffirms to you who you are, because you already know who you are, but it just really reaffirms that to you. And I feel this Queen of Swords comes out to like really, like, you just get back on your shit after this. Like, you guys were in this kind of, what is the word I'm thinking right now? I'm thinking it, and for some reason it will not come out of my mouth. There's that Mercury retrograde. You guys are almost in just like this waiting period, like this suspension period, this purgatory. That's the word. You almost feel like you're in a purgatory. And this event clears that shit out, right? And then you step into the Queen of Swords energy. You step into who you really are. Queen of Swords, Virgo, absolutely. Of course, it's Virgo's earth sign, but to me, Queen of Swords and Virgo go together quite well, just based off their personalities of being about getting shit done, about being about doing things in a logical way, not letting emotions cloud judgment, and really being your number one fan and your number one supporter, because the Queen of Swords represents unmarried people and people that are focused on their career. And so that's why I feel like there definitely could have to do about interpersonal relationships. And it's almost like having to cut off somebody that's just no longer good for you, is what I'm seeing for some people. And again, with the holidays coming up, a lot of these readings to me are giving this family energy where there's conflicts in families. We have the holidays in America, we have election season. Canada just had their elections. So there's a lot of different things that can cause stressors, and you can have these big arguments. Even Leo reading got a tower in it, but to me, again, it was more of a petty argument where you're going to get over it. This, however, I see this. I don't know what's going to happen for your situation. Is this a situation where if it is with another person, or will you guys make up or not? I'm not getting anything on that. It doesn't seem important. The message I'm getting clearly is it gets you out of this suspended energy, and it reaffirms that you know who you are. So be that you predicting an event that's awful that actually happens, and then you being very firm in your spiritual skills and gifts and knowing that they're really existing and you're not crazy. Or if it's a relationship that dissolves and it happens in a shocking way, you bounce back really freaking quick. Like you and maybe that's because you have the intuition that this is going to happen, and maybe you even felt kind of pulled down by this person, and so you're like, fuck it, like whatever. You bounce back and you just break through. I'm just seeing somebody break through that veil that's already so thin. So while this is scared the crap out of me when I saw that tower, the energy is totally different here. And I really feel like this really is, I mean, everything always is for our best benefit. Yes, yes, yes. However, this really is for your best benefit. And I definitely feel like you're going to feel that for sure. Even if the actual event is, upsetting, you're bouncing back way too quick. Not way too quick, but like way too quick for it to be something that is devastating. So let's go ahead and take a look at what your main lesson is for the month. I feel it's just to trust yourself. Yeah, look at that. To trust your truth. The Ace of Swords come out. Your main lesson of the month is to trust your truth and speak on it. Your main message of the month is to carry your sword as the Queen of fucking Swords. Be heard. That is who you are. You are the truth bringer. You are the person that can communicate the information that you're receiving, and you can do so in a way that other people can receive it. You are Mercury energy. Like this is what you have this big natural gift of. And you need to remind yourself of that you have the truth, you are the truth, and other people's truths are not going to get in the way of yours. So that's your big lesson. Especially for those everybody has spiritual gifts that's listening to this. But especially for those of you that know you have spiritual gifts and have forgotten about it and have dulled them or have tried to feel like you're crazy or whatever. Like, no, that's your truth. So freaking live it and work on your gifts and use them every day for yourself, for other people, whatever. Keep strengthening them. All right. Let's go ahead and look at relationships now. What's going on for relationship energy for Virgos? So we have the Five of Cups coming out. Let's see what else comes out. And the Five of Pentacles. So for some of you, this definitely could be, look at that. We have 3 5s. So 5 is a struggle number, in my opinion. 5 is a number of change. I call 5 and 7s my struggle numbers. 5 is a number of change. It lets you know there's change coming. It lets you know that there's a new way of being coming. It also lets you know that there's happy times coming, because 6 is a very kind of, it's a happy number in my opinion. But for relationships, they're definitely, like I said, if this tower has to do with a relationship, be that romantic, be that with a family member or a friend, there is going to be sadness attached to it, of it dissolving or whatever happens with it. There is going to be a feeling of being kicked out. So there are some people in this that are going to be sad and upset. But again, I get this feeling that you have those emotions, you let them pull through, and then you step into the Queen of Swords at the very end. Once you have processed your emotions in a healthy way. And you're going to be feeling lost and regret, and you'll be feeling like you've been kicked out and that you've been disregarded or whatever. And again, I get the strong sense this is family related, and it's not necessarily a romantic relationship. But for those that it is a romantic relationship, I do feel you already kind of have this inner knowing of this situation just not working out, but it's still hard to walk away. So, but there is change coming. There's change coming, there's truths coming, and you're no longer going to be in this sense of just being suspended and not being able to make moves that you're wanting to make. So let's get some advice on that relationship stuff, since this is so sad to see those 2 5s there. Yeah, let it go. Let it process all the way out. The Ten of Swords, while it's such a dramatic card, I feel in the imagery, it really represents bottoming out. So when I see that, I know immediately, like, let myself have these emotions, let myself process this stuff out, and let it be done with, and just be done with it once it's done. And don't try to go back and fix it before, it's really healthy to. Don't try to just be done with it. So, and I feel like that the faster you're able to get your perception wrapped around that concept, the easier it will be to get away from the pain attached to whatever this is. Again, I know these cards are not super positive, which is like weird. Not weird, but the energy I get from it is that you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be totally okay. It's not something that lingers forever. It's not something that's gonna linger. It's not gonna be bothering you 6 months from now. Okay, that's what I get. It's not gonna bother you 6 months from now. You're gonna be okay. It's gonna hurt, but you're gonna be okay. So let's see what else. Let's go ahead and take a look at finances. We don't want half the cards now. Temperance. That is good. I like to see temperance when it comes to finances. Let's see what else is there. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. So, tides are changing for you. You got a really good financial reading. Maybe you guys, some of you have been going through some financial struggles, and that this month is in its process of healing, and things are changing for the good. Things are turning around. So this is very, very positive for finances. And what might happen is this tower, this very unfortunate event, or however somebody treats you, or whatever happens that comes out, whatever truth comes out, helps really push you into being able to bring in financial abundance. Sometimes heartbreak can be our biggest motivator when it comes to like our health or when it comes to our finances. And it definitely, to me, I feel like you guys have a lot of healing that's occurring this month for your finances, and then you have things start to change for you. And that Queen of Swords energy is excellent pairing it with it. She always comes out whenever people start to get super focused in on what it is that they're wanting to create on a financial level. So I would suspect in regards to like finances and career and stuff for you guys to have a pretty smooth month when it comes to that. And for things to be turning. I mean, this could be some promotions for people or a job change that they're wanting. I don't really see that much about job changes, but definitely could be. I feel like there's just some sort of recognition that comes through. I feel like some people have been feeling like their work goes unnoticed, and there is some recognition that comes through for you this month. Very positive financial reading. So congratulations, Virgo energy, on that. Like, and congratulations for being that bitch that can just turn this shit around. That you are the magician, right? You have taken shit and you're turning it into gold this month. That's going to be the title. That is the title right there. Okay. So let's go ahead, and I want to tap into some spiritual stuff. So I'm going to actually grab a different deck that I've been using for the rest of the readings. And that's going to be the Sacred Geometry Activation Oracle by Lon. Or it's by an actual person, and I, for some reason, can't find their name. I just don't think they put their name attached with this deck. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on spiritually besides all the stuff I've already talked about. Anything else want to come out? Cosmic Flower. I've never read this one. This frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from where we pour our magnificence out into the world. Yep, and to me that just reiterates the message of remembering who you are, remembering like who you really are and the gifts that you really have and what you really have access to. And sometimes we can get pulled into the 3D, we can get pulled into this world and into this density and just really forget that part of us. So, that is the spiritual message, which again, I really feel like I kind of dug into enough with our channeled message. But let me just get one more bit of advice for you guys through tarot. 2 cards came out. All right, so we have the 8 of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Wands. Sorry, I had to make sure that was the 8 of Pentacles. You know what? One, don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Keep working on what you're working on. And when you get this opportunity, these aces, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, take it, grip it, like go with it. Especially if an opportunity comes in regards to finances, go with it. And you need to just keep working on yourself. Keep perfect. You don't need to be perfect. But the 8 of Pentacles is all about perfecting something you already have a skill at and really like honing in that skill. Keep working on your gifts. Keep working on your connection with Source. Keep working on these things that truly do bring you joy, and you will pull yourself out of this emotional upheaval that comes with the Tower. The more you can focus on new things and on new opportunities, the better it's going to be for you, and the more you're going to bring in, and the more you're going to be able to remember who you truly are, which is a process that we come to this earth to do. So that is going to be your reading, Virgos. Let me know what you think. Let me know what's going on, especially if you've already had your Tower. You don't have to give me details in the comments, but if you want to let me know that has happened and you were just getting, it was just reaffirming what you already knew, I would love to know that, because that was such a strong message coming through. And again, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on my website, 1111witchybabe.com. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to support the channel. And if not, that's totally fine. I love you anyway. And I hope you guys have a good month. Have a good holiday season if you celebrate. And I will see you next video. Love you guys. Bye.